Hi, third grade, second grade discovery. Can you believe we're in our last 2 weeks before we go to quarantine summer vacation? Wonder what that'll be like, huh? Well, maybe we can share some notes back and forth, huh? Okay, so with our new math lessons, we're learning about perimeter again, but we're going to have to solve some more higher level problems with perimeter to where you're going to have to actually think and decide how you're going to add and subtract to find the perimeter of some geometric shapes, okay? The shapes, of course, two-dimensional. Okay, so that since they aren't an area, you don't put that they're cubed. And then you always have to have the label, so whatever they're measuring in. So this first one, tricky one that they're having you to think about is, this is an unusual shape. And let's say they erased this number. It was a 7. Okay, so how would you figure that out? If you didn't know that that was 7, how would you do it? You would try to find parallel sides to it to add up to figure out what it would be. So that one's parallel, so that's 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3. So that equals 7. And so then that one is how you would find, oh, that's 7 places, okay? So right here, this would actually be, let's change that to a 5, okay? So if you had to figure out what this one is, we don't know what that one is, okay? So this side is 8, that is 3. So 3 minus 8 would make this 5, and that should be 5. Even though it looked like a 3, nah, it wasn't, it was a 5. Okay, don't tell anyone. So these are kind of the problems that you will be doing for perimeter. This is one that's exactly from the book, and it has this type of shape right here, which is a trapezoid. So this trapezoid right here has the right angle. That's the definition of what a trapezoid is. Okay, it has to have one right angle. But if you take a look at this right here, and they say if the whole perimeter of this shape is 18, then what is this missing length? You know, what is that missing side's length? So you would add those together, and you would take 6 plus 3 plus 4. Oh boy, what is that? 13. Okay. And then if it says the whole thing is 18 feet, 18 minus what we just added, that would be 18 minus 13, which would be 5. So now we know that this is 5 meters. So that's what I'm saying is you're going to have to think on how to solve and put your problem-solving skills together. Like this one's very easy. Not worry about that one, okay? Because that's a rectangle. We know a lot of rules and how to figure out for rectangles, but when you have these fancy little different things, be sure you read the problem twice and you know exactly how you're going to find it out. Now, the next lesson, we are going into paper folding. This is going to drive your parents crazy because this is Common Core and they didn't learn this way. Okay, so this Common Core way is, one of the questions that asks you says, okay, you have a square, divide it 3 different ways into fourths. So I showed you right here. Here, when I did it already. These are 4 different ways to show a fourth, except for this one here it was supposed to have 3 lines. Boy, I'm sure learning all my mistakes. But of course, it wouldn't be a Miss Maria lesson if we didn't have at least 1 or 2 mistakes, right? Right, okay. So let me fix that. That's into fourths. So this is 3 different ways to show 1/4, right? Okay, so it's another way for you guys to master equivalent fractions. So this is what we call the spiraling academics. You were coming back to this, and we are relearning equivalent fractions to make sure that you got it, and we're learning it in a little different way. Another way you're going to do it is with paper folding. They're going to ask you to fold a piece of paper twice. Okay, now we have fourths, and it says shade a fourth of it. Okay, so it looks like that, right? Then you'll get another piece of paper that'll say fold it into eighths. So when you do that, you just fold this piece just one more time, okay, and they said shade in a fourth of it. Okay, so unfold it. You should have something like that. And then look at this. Voila! They look the same, don't they? Okay, so these are equivalent fractions. So 2/8 is equivalent to 1/4. And then if I took this and I folded it again, okay, so I have 2/8 equals 1/4. So we know that. So I'm folding this into 16ths now. Okay, relax. It's going into 16ths. Okay, so now we go into 16ths, and it says to shade 1/4. Now you have 4 sections. And now it's going to be 4/16. 4/16 is the same as 1/4, the same as 2/8, the same as 1/4. So it's just another way for you to learn your equivalent fractions. And if your parents get frustrated, just pat them on the back. Just say, you know, it's okay. I can do this. And, you know, I don't really feel sorry for him because I had to learn to teach all this way. And I had packets. I didn't have these fun ways to learn and different ways to learn. So I really wish you guys the best with math. And I'll have, if you have any questions, you know where to find me, right? Okay. So have a great week. And I hope, you know, this is easy on your parents this week. Take care, kids.